some of these transactions may turn out to be kind of just on the right side of the law. Some of them may well end up violating the Constitution. But even where there is technical legality, where you have a senior government official getting personal benefits from people who have every reason to want to influence their policy decisions, that's inherently corrupt.
Trump placed his business interests in a trust controlled by his eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., rather than a blind trust like most modern presidents. But the jet is just the latest in a series of actions taken by the president and the Trump Organization, run by two of his sons, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric, that flout ethics norms or enrich the Trump family. The family's budding cryptocurrency empire is at the top of that list, with some analysis estimating the president's crypto holdings now represent roughly 40% of his net worth.
I believe that the crypto world is going to take over those big banks. I think it's going to leave them in the dust, and I think it's going to change our modern financial system forever.
At a recent auction of Trump's cryptocurrency, bidders spent nearly $150 million on Trump's meme coin, a form of cryptocurrency typically inspired by viral trends or endorsed by celebrities. The reward? For the top 220 bidders, a private gala with President Trump at his golf course just outside of Washington, D.C. And the top 25 will receive even more exclusive access to the president, including a special VIP tour of the White House.
Okay. So that's good. That's good. Okay. I feel weird, like even having to explain this, even having to put this up here. Now, I think that PBS did a great job of this. And this is something that only an organization like PBS will do. And that's why he hates PBS, by the way. They hate them. NPR and PBS are like, oh my God, just get rid of them. Right? The public, that blah, blah, blah. And then you have like, an Axios investigation or perhaps a New York Times investigation from someone like Peter Baker. But then what are you hearing from the mainstream folks, the folks in cable? Either they're making excuses or they're just enamored by things that don't really mean anything. That sort of I call it outrage porn, outrage corn, excuse me. AI on both of these, on all of these sites. It's just outrage. Let's fight. Let's put together a panel of people who are going to fight. Let's put some Trump apologists on the air. Let's put some people on saying, I don't see anything wrong with it. When everyone knows that everything is wrong with this. Every single thing is wrong with it. And yet, and still, I do think the media is falling down. And that is why Donald Trump has taken over the media. You see where one of the industries that he's profited from the most has been through media. Axios. The Trump family's 100 days of profit. It's what Axios is reporting. 100 days of profit. Let's read some of this again, because I just want to educate you. Not all of this is sexy. Not all of this is fighting. Not all of this is pretending. Pretending that there's some false equivalency between this presidency and any other presidency, or that this is actually something that is okay, that is debatable. This is not debatable. It's not okay. President Trump warned American families this week that they may have to make do with fewer and more expensive holiday toys. But for Trump's own inner circle, a veritable golden age is well underway. Why it matters, Trump's family has enjoyed a historically lucrative first 100 days, leveraging his proximity to power and raking in billions through a flood of ethically murky business ventures. Most presidents try to avoid even the appearance of using the office of public or public policy for personal enrichment. They don't care. And they're doing it right in the open. And again, as the reports have been saying, barely a word, nary a word from anybody, except to pretend it's okay. Let's discuss this as if it is normal. Let's get some people to say, okay, I don't really care about it. It's not. It is normal. And then we're going to get some folks to say it's not normal. There's no question that this is not normal. There's no question that this is unprecedented. Why are we debating it? Why aren't we framing it in the terms of this is not debatable? We will not insult our viewers and Americans' intelligence by pretending that there's something right about this, because there's nothing right about it. It's unethical. Let's explain that there's some murky ethics that's involved with this, but let's not pretend that it's okay. Because then what do? You just give credence to folks like Don Jr. and Eric, and you give them oxygen to continue to breathe, meaning through these ventures, a little bit longer by pretending it's okay. The media is helping to stall. Trump files an injunction, or he files like we need to file something so that we can just continue to stall this case. We continue to stall, continue to stall, continue to stall. Every time someone does a report and says, well, I don't know, this person from the Trump whatever, or this Trump spokesperson says this is okay, in your mind and in the American psyche, it just stalls all of it. So can we just cut to the chase of what's really true and stop arguing that, well, maybe it's okay, or I don't know, here's what they're doing, but blah, blah, blah. No, what they're doing is wrong. Think about if any other first lady had done what Melania Trump is doing, or what they're doing with Melania Trump, people would be outraged. Melania Trump released a documentary distributed by Amazon, contributing to the family's reported earnings of nearly $80 million since the 2024 election through media deals and legal settlements. So apparently, Melania Trump had this idea about a documentary, and she was shopping it around. And then Jeff Bezos came to dinner with them. Melania Trump mentioned it. Apparently the deal was sealed, and someone paid $40 million for it. I believe Amazon ended up paying $40 million. That is higher than I believe anything that ever made by Amazon, any documentary for sure, that has been made by Amazon. And so this is just a first lady. That's 40 million. And the Trump boys are doing billions of dollars. Trump's Truth Social post about his crypto dinner. This is what he said about it. Okay. He said it was okay. And I don't know, was it in all caps? I'm not sure if it was in all caps, but this is what he said. He said, heading to the crypto dinner in Loudoun County, Virginia, in a little while. The USA is dominating in crypto, Bitcoin, etc., and we are going to keep it that way. So I know you guys are out there saying this is disgusting, but what are you going to do about it? Someone, BK's son, says Amazon is racist. How is Amazon racist? Well, what are you guys going to do about that? And do you care that Melania is a first lady of the United States and she is barely seen, and I believe reportedly, allegedly, does not live in the White House, and reportedly, allegedly, has not been seen at Trump Tower in New York, and reportedly, allegedly, is living somewhere in Florida on her own? Reportedly, allegedly, not at Mar-a-Lago? But $40 million from a documentary. In the meantime, they're telling you that you need fewer dolls for Christmas, and you're going to have to go without. And you're going to have to put up with these tariffs. You're just going to have to suffer through it a little bit. There is no suffering through it for the Trump family. And the weird thing is, like, how do the MAGA people, and especially the people who live in the rural areas, right, in middle America, who really don't make a lot of money, how is that okay with you? How do you sign off on that? How do you continue to give Donald Trump your money? How do you continue to wear his merchandise and pay for his merchandise and buy it? How do you co-sign that? I don't understand. In order to do this, Andy, put up the WBUR article. You know how he's done this? He's done this by firing the people who are in charge of ethics, the watchdog groups, so that there is no criticism. There is no one overseeing any of this. Scroll through it, Andy, because I want to show people how this is done. So what do? You get rid of the people who disagree with you. And this was a little bit ago. The Trump family's reportedly made $80 million since the election through a documentary deal. There you go. Well, they've made $80 million off of this $40 million thing. deal with Amazon, a multi-million dollar legal settlement with media and tech companies. Meanwhile, the Trump Organization, now overseen by the president's son, Eric Trump, has not barred itself from pursuing deals with foreign companies as it did during Trump's first term. President Trump also fired the head of the Office of Government Ethics. These moves have raised concerns about conflicts of interest. He has fired the head of the Office of Government Ethics. Is anybody screaming yet? Is anybody upset? And you wonder why it keeps happening? I don't want to scold you guys. But why aren't people taking to the streets about this? Why aren't people screaming impeachment about this? Why aren't people screaming remove him from office about this? Where are the reports, the 24/7 reports on the president profiting off of the presidency? Why isn't that the headline every single night? Why isn't it every single story? Why isn't that carrying the day's news on cable? And then the news break-ins, the cut-ins can be about the little things. But the main thing should be, since we've come on the air at this particular time, the Trump family has made this amount of money. Good morning to your morning show. Good morning, the morning show, whatever it is. Good morning, America. Good morning today. Good morning, Joe. Good morning with all of this overnight. Or since this weekend, Friday, when we left you before the Memorial Weekend, the Trump family has made this amount of money off of the presidency. That is our breaking news. That is our top story this morning. Blah, 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 blah. Here are the receipts. In the meantime, we want to update you on the situation that Donald Trump is upset with Vladimir Putin. Blah, 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 blah. Now back to our big story. Since we went to that break and gave you that little bit of other news, the Trump family has made this much money off of the presidency. How much money have you made since the weekend? How much money have you made in the 3 minutes that we have given you the other news? Do you guys understand? It's all in the framing. It's all in what people find important. I think it is really important to point out how unethical this family is. But yet and still, no one is doing it. It is being treated as if it is normal, and somehow it is somehow equal to the Biden, what they call the Biden crime family. This is the Trump grift family. Instead, guess what the media was obsessed with this weekend? They were obsessed with what happened on an airplane between the French president Macron and his wife. A playful moment. And yet they were upset by it. Obsessed by it. This is it. Let's play it. Look at the music. Now, here's the thing. That's good, Eddie. Just play it again with that. I love it. I love the look on his face. Now, if any of you have ever been in a healthy relationship or in a healthy family, you have seen that move. I have seen my mom do that to my dad. Like, what are you talking about? Shut up. I see all the time. This is a playful move between, apparently, this is a very healthy marriage, and they're having fun. But instead, it's like some scandal, and that's a distraction. He looked pissed. He didn't look pissed. I thought he was laughing about it. Look at that face. It's not like he reared back and said, "Hey, what are you doing, woman?" He looked out. He did it. He laughed. He waved. End of story. That is not domestic violence. She mushed him in the face. Give me a break. I think it's right. Someone said it's so cute. Give me a break. You are so wrong. Come on. That is playful. That is playful. When I saw it, I laughed because I've seen this move. I do this to my man when he annoys me. That is a shut up. I don't care if you're president. Now let's go. Let's get off this plane and go have some dinner. That's what that is. Instead of, since I told you this story about Emmanuel Macron and his wife, the Trump family has made how many hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, off of your back and the presidency. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.